Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome to a special edition of the Pod and the Apex stream. This is the community edition. And today, apart from Aniket and me, we have two guests. We have Raghuram or Raghu, host of the pod. You would have seen me on some of his podcasts earlier.
Yes.
I
What is
think,
up, people?
yeah, that's Raghu.
How's-
And we have also Suraj, who's also another diehard F1 Max Verstappen fan, seeing F1 for many, many years.
Die hard.
Clearly happy.
Clearly unhappy, but could have been better. I featured on his pod too, just FYI, but yeah.
Yeah. Suraj also has been on Raghu's pod, the pod. Yeah, and Raghu's pod will be in the description as well, so you can go subscribe to them. Yeah, and Suraj, yeah, you can give yourself a better intro if you're unhappy.
Give myself a better intro. I mean, where do I start? So, how do I put it? Yeah. You put me in the spot right there, Pratyush. I mean, I didn't expect I would be going first, but here we are. So, yeah, hello everyone. I'm Suraj. I'm a part of Community Hyderabad's Formula One community. It's a community which we built from scratch over the last 1 year or so. So, we went on from having 50 to 60 odd people last year at Abu Dhabi to having almost 1,000 people right now in the WhatsApp community. And we also hosted one of the largest Formula One meetups in Hyderabad. We had almost 500 people for Abu Dhabi. While we were banking on Max winning and Lando bottling, like we usually do, the win part happened, the bottling part didn't. So we
Yeah.
were like glass half full. We were just happy. So um, I've been watching F1 for the last how many ever years, I don't know, but I remember my first race was Singapore '08, and I've been
Crashgate.
hooked ever since.
What a
Yeah.
race to pick.
I don't know
What
how
a race to
Crashgate got
start
you
off with,
hooked. How did Crashgate get you hooked onto F1? Like, didn't think like a sport was just scandalous and stuff after that?
No, I was what? Wait, that was 18 years old. I was 12 years old, in my defense. And when you are a 12-year-old watching ESPN on TV with an elder brother who does not explain you anything about the sport, all you get hooked onto is the sound. It just goes ba ba ba. Yeah, that's exactly what. That's all. That sums it up pretty much. So after that, it went on to vacuum cleaners. After a bit, I mean, the first generation of V6s, and then I loved the sport. I fell in love with the sport so much I became a motorsport reporter for 2.5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean that was during my college days, so that was like 12 years ago. But anyway, so I think that is pretty much it for as far as my introduction is concerned. I don't want to take too much time off of your hands at this point.
Yeah,
Good
that's
to, thanks for having me here.
of course.
Once again.
Yep.
Yeah, and Raghu.
Yeah. So I think most of the people know, but I think I'm the little baby here. I've been only watching F1 since last 4 years, post 2021 Abu Dhabi.
He
That's
was a
when
scandalous race to start with.
Yeah.
yeah. So the final race, the hashtag that was the one that was trending in Twitter at that time. So I was like, what the is this? And
Bleep it out.
again, Drive to Survive is something that actually got me into what the sport is and etc. But yeah, as Suraj ESPN that reminded me, I had a my neighbor's house. I used to like when I was in like fifth or sixth class. He used to watch F1 on ESPN back in the day. So it's like some memory that he just jogged me up. But yeah, I remember that, and I also remember 2013 Vettel's Indian win,
Yes.
right? So that
Fell into
pose.
the
I
car.
remember, yeah, that pose. That was like a half-page picture on some English newspaper in
Yeah.
my school. So that is something that I remember. And then again, 2021 Abu Dhabi. So that really hooked me up to this. And yeah, I've been watching the previous races, and got into the podcasting thing. So wanted to there are a lot of F1 podcasters like you guys in the English language. So I was like, chalo, let's do something in our regional language, and then I started something in Telugu, and it's been crazy ever since. Built a great community, met a lot of people like you guys. Uh, Been to community races, and yeah, it's been a fun ride. So yeah, uh, crazy seasons, crazy times ahead. So my first regulation change. So let's talk about all of that.
Yeah. Thanks, Raghu, for joining us. First regulation change is going to be a crazy season coming up. I think you started seeing F1 at the last regulation change in 2022, right after
Yeah.
Abu Dhabi.
Yeah,
After that
yeah,
Abu Dhabi race, and now it's going to be
exactly.
another wild card for sure.
Yeah. But wasn't that really a complete overhaul of a change, or was that just the ground effect?
Yeah, that
It
was
was
just
a
aero
ground.
changes. The
Beginning?
engines were
Yeah,
not
just
changed.
similar. Yeah, it's just the ground effect that they brought in
Yeah.
2022, I
So it was
believe.
an
Yeah,
aero regulation change. Engines they did not. Yeah, they
yeah,
tend to stagger these changes, but now I think they're doing both. It's engines, regulation, aero, everything. Like it's a large scale reset now for this year. So it's
yeah,
going to be
yeah.
wild because we don't know who will come on top and who will be on the bottom.
My bets are on
Definitely.
Mercedes.
Yeah, everyone's bet for
Everyone
on
is saying that.
Mercedes, right?
It's
Yeah,
because
and
they're
Red
all
Bull too.
rumors.
Yeah, and Red Bull too. Apparently, they're playing with a lot with the compression ratios.
Yeah.
And yeah, and if I basically gave them a clean chit,
Yes.
okay, it's an illegal engine, so this it's okay,
It's not
as
illegal.
long as you change it for 27, 27. So
No, see, the logic behind that is pretty simple. I mean, being a mechanical engineer, I think I can attest to it. So when the compression ratio can vary depending upon the material you use in the engine. It's a very clever loophole that you can exploit. I mean, it's not illegal per se. Just because the press says it's illegal doesn't mean it is. In that case, the oil burning for our engine was also supposed to be illegal, but
Yeah.
no one actually said it was illegal. So it's the same. So
It's like
anyway,
few loopholes teams try to find here and there to exploit situations, and
Yeah. So I also
unless
think now
FI
is the
doesn't
FIA probably
change.
doesn't want to punish them this late before the season starts to
Hmm.
change the
well,
rules.
not really, because see, things like that is what the sport is actually built on. I mean, if you see
innovation.
the dual axis steering thing, yeah, that
Yeah.
is a bit that was banned because of safety concerns. Because when you have mobile parts in the entire steering rack, then that's another point of failure which will happen. So that's the reason why it was banned. It was not banned for competitive reasons; it was for safety. But having said that, I mean, there were quite a lot of other loopholes which happened. I mean, the cylinder deactivation, which Honda used for a while, and also the oil burning thing which Ferrari used, and also the sensor dodging thing. That was the most
Yes.
ingenious thing Ferrari could come up with, and they couldn't even cheat properly. So
I mean
some
that's a Ferrari experience for you. They
some
cheat but
Ferrari
they
are
don't
pretty
cheat
much.
properly.
I think that's peak Ferrari experience at this point. Vettel got a very competitive car. Had he won, they would have been disqualified. Thank God they did not. At least Vettel could go home peacefully rather than breaking or destroying the entire motorhome and the entire hospitality region of Ferrari. But I mean, you might think he's a sane man, but he isn't. Anyway, so
I mean, on
yeah,
the contrary to what Suraj says, apart from the scandalous things that the innovation has brought to F1, there have been some crazy things that F1 has brought onto the
Yeah.
actual real life road cars. I think wasn't DSG from F1
no,
the dual clutch?
no, dual clutches have always been illegal. The CVT was trialed by Williams
Mm.
once,
Yeah.
and it proved to be unreliable and slash or the FIA decided it's not worth the effort. I mean, who wants an Activa gearbox in a
Hmm.
Formula One car anyway? So
Yeah.
the the paddle shift semi automatic sequential is something which the sport has stuck with.
Right. Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
traction control was there; it was outlawed to a certain
20th
extent.
on 8, they outlawed it. Yeah.
Yeah, the auto traction control. Yeah.
Yeah, Williams had. If you want to know what loophole exploitation was, check out Williams in 1993 to 1995 and Benetton in 1994.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
think you can't beat that level of loophole exploitation.
Or
Or Smokey
even in
doing
the
it in
80s when Tyrell, was it not Tyrell,
Correct.
Brabham, they put their fan on the back of the car to increase
Yeah,
downforce.
Yeah,
Brabham had.
yeah, yeah.
That was the first ground effect car
Yeah.
to ever exist.
Tyrell
And
had
you
a
had
six-wheel car.
six wheels.
F1's always been his wild loophole chasing, right? Trying to
Mm.
bend the
Williams
rules.
had active suspension in the 80s.
Yes.
It had active suspension. Brabham had launch control.
Yeah.
One allegation which Senna has been trying to prove right before he passed, and after he passed away, that's when the FIA kind of took a look at it and said it was illegal.
Mm-hmm.
But he won it, but he was not with us when he won, so
Yeah.
that sucks.
So yeah, I do want to ask you guys. I start with you, Raghu, since this
Yeah.
is you started in 2022, right? And you've seen how the a regulation era progresses, right? And we finally came to 2025. What's your verdict on the 2025 season? Like, what were your overall thoughts about how this season panned?
Well, 2020, I mean, as you just said, 2022, 23, 24 have been the Max Verstappen era, 2023 being his most dominant times.
Yeah,
Uh, Being a fan, it was the most, the best thing to watch throughout the year, which was not the case for the other audience. But progressing to 2025, I did really like the title fight though. It was fun. It was actually fun during the 2024 ending itself when McLaren started to bounce back.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, I want to say McLaren and not the drivers because I still believe it's not the drivers, not even Piastri. I still believe it's the car that's pure engineering that they brought, that the pure learning that they learned from all the other their competitors and made a better car out there. And coming to 2025, yeah, I think it's been the craziest season that I've saw because I've not seen the 2021. So it's still the craziest one that I have. The closest title battle and Max just relentless pursuit from 100 points to 2 points. Like who does that? Who does that? You know, there is there's a slang, there's a term. It's called Pyrrhic victory. It means you win at a such a pointless margin that the win does not seem like you won at all.
yeah,
So that's the same thing for Lando. He won the championship, but as you saw, every driver has rated Max Verstappen as the number one driver, and this is the first time in the history that they've rated someone who's not the world champion. So that actually defines what the whole year was. And yeah, I think this is the longest season, right? 24 races.
yeah.
So
And it's gonna get longer every year, I guess, from now on.
Man, I don't think it can get longer, man. I think at some point the staff will revolt, saying,
They're
I
already
think they
revolting
can
it.
have maximum 28 races in a calendar year.
God damn it, bro.
For
Yeah.
see, for our convenience, yes, that's amazing. But
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
people who actually drive and fix
Yeah.
cars and fix tires,
Because Portugal is also coming in, I think next year
as a
or the season
rotation,
after that. Yeah.
Portugal's coming in as rotations.
yeah, I think Belgium is also going on a rotation, right, from
Oh
27.
god, no, please.
Yeah.
Who rotates Spa with a shitty street circuit?
Yes.
Oh no.
I mean,
When
but to be
who the
honest,
right man to do that?
we have to see these cars. Just diverting from the topic, the next year's cars, how they will be. Because last year we saw on these tracks or historic tracks, the overtaking was absolutely terrible. Like we didn't see any overtaking. It was very difficult to follow and stuff. So we'll see how next year's cars are, and if they
Yeah.
fare better, then everyone will want Spa back on a regular basis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Makes
hope
sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. I
Yeah.
just want Monaco to leave the calendar.
I think
I just
that's
want
never
that.
happening,
so. There's
unfortunately.
no way.
The revenue
They
division
renew
will
it.
make
Monza, they're never leaving.
Did they renew it for like 2030 or something? Multi-year contract.
yeah.
Get that.
Yeah.
You can consider renewed for like till F1 is there as a sport.
Yeah. Monaco is
Yeah.
not leaving, man.
Monaco is not leaving.
I mean,
There's no
one
way.
would think even Spa would never leave, being one of the classic tracks, like, Silverstone, Monza, Monaco.
Imola.
I mean, Imola has left multiple times.
Imola has left multiple times. It's because of the ineptitude of the San Marino government. It's a different thing. But
No. Technically, it's not in San Marino, it's in Italy. It used to be called the
is.
San Marino Grand Prix because you can't have
Yeah.
the same name for multiple races,
Yeah.
but it's in
yeah, of
Emilia
course,
Romagna.
but see, Emilia Romagna is closer to San Marino than to Italy, and there are two
No,
circuits
it's
over
inside
there. I mean,
Italy, dude.
it is. It is inside Italy. But point here is, I mean, they should actually try out another circuit though. Speaking of Italian tracks, have you ever heard of Misano World Circuit?
No.
You should check it out. It's
Mhm.
absolutely amazing. I mean,
Where-
anyone
where-
who
which
follows
country?
MotoGP knows what Misano actually signifies. It's Valentino Rossi's home race,
Ah, okay.
second home race, and it is such a beautiful circuit. I mean, they should try out Formula One once.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
What is that one track that you guys want back on the calendar that has been long
Sepang.
lost?
Sepang. I want Sepang back. I have so many.
That insane
Yes.
V shape. Oh god. What a
Turkey,
grandstand though. What a beautiful grandstand to look at it. Yeah.
absolutely beautiful. It's a wonderful track. I mean,
Hmm.
Beautiful
Is
action. I mean, we've watched it on MotoGP quite a lot of
Yeah.
times. Sepang is always like at the tail end of the entire championship battle when Ross and Marquez fight each other.
Yeah.
Oh, holy mother of God! 2015 was one of those, but let's not go there. But the
Yeah.
point is, Sepang is such a beautiful circuit, but I'd go with Istanbul Park or
Yeah.
Portimao
Mm.
or Portimao, either one of
Oh,
these two.
Portimao, that dip, man. The dip on the
Portimao is
start
coming
finish
back, right?
straight.
It's coming back.
Yeah, Portimao
It's
is coming
coming
back.
back. It is. I think it's as a standby to some. I think it's for the Madrid street.
Mattering.
No, no, no. Portimao is coming to
Well,
27.
y-
For
yeah.
27.
26, if Madrid is not approved, it's going to go to Imola. That's the
Uh,
that's the
oh yeah,
plan for
even
26.
better.
Yeah.
Fingers
the
crossed it doesn't get
same
approved.
the same layout? No changes for Portable?
Yeah, same
Yeah.
layout.
No.
That thing is such a beautiful. Oh god, I mean, I spoke too soon. Oh my god, I completely forgot Hockenheim.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we need one of the German tracks back,
Yeah.
Hockenheim or Nürburgring, either of them.
Yeah,
It's been a
Nobody.
long time since we saw
Not the big
any track.
Nürburgring, the smaller F1 track.
Yeah,
Nordschleife.
obviously not.
The
Not
Nordschleife Grand Prix layout.
yeah,
Or
not the 50 kilometer whatever it is, but
they do 6 laps and they're done.
yeah, exactly.
One
So
DRS zone.
And Max
Imagine
and
Verstappen.
or
Verstappen voting
I wouldn't
people
mind.
in the third
I wouldn't
person.
mind even Indianapolis coming back.
Yeah.
Bro,
I mean,
no.
everything, whatever
Seca.
happened, let's just forget it. Get me the Brickyard back.
Laguna Seca, bro.
Yeah,
Laguna Seca is if you want me to select one US track, it would either be Laguna Seca. It is Laguna Seca for sure. See, all of these tracks have one thing in common. They have tracks which follow the natural contours of
Right.
of the entire area.
Yeah.
So Portimao is like that. Even Sachsenring, which is another track in Germany, that's like that.
Mhm.
Hockenheim is that way. Hockenheim is literally built in the middle of a forest.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah. Hockenheim is a
The
beautiful
whole
track.
layout looks like a turd, but if you see the Grand Prix, the modern Grand Prix layout, yeah, I kid you not. If you look at the chopper view, it actually looks like a curved shaped thing and a poo. I mean, you can put it on screen if people want to know. So how can I? But yeah, Portimao, yeah, 27 would be amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, Suraj, what is your thoughts on this season?
25. The first half was, I mean, I can say shit, right?
Yeah.
So the first half, it was half decent, I would say. We were, as a Verstappen fan, we were pretty happy. Not just a Verstappen fan, but as a Red Bull supporter, we were pretty happy with the first quarter of the season, and things started going horribly wrong when McLaren started pulling away. Austria happened, Barcelona happened. The car just wasn't competitive. I mean, if you look at Silverstone, it was literally shopping carting all the way through FP1. I don't know how we got pole over there, but that, and also, how can I forget Suzuka? The car,
yeah.
the white bull. Oh my
Yeah.
god! I kid you not. I was staring at the screen like this. I was staring at it,
That was
and
beautiful.
the pole lap. Holy shit! He gained a quarter of a second in one corner.
Yeah.
One of the best quali laps of all time. We've seen brilliance like that. We've seen absolute cluster things like Barcelona and Austria. And then before Zandvoort, I mean, even during another conversation which we had, Zandvoort was where we decided we knew it's not going to happen unless he pulls his socks together.
Yes.
Unless he pulls his act together, Red Bull as a team pulls its stuff together, it's not going to happen. And then the resurgence. Oh, God. I mean, as a team, they progressed so well under Mickey's because we were all very skeptical when Christian left. Christian left
Yeah.
midway, and we were like, oh no, there is literally no way Laurent is gonna do what he does. I
Yeah, that
mean,
was
we've
quite
all
a
known.
shocking move mid-season, right? I mean, Red Bull changes
Yeah.
drivers and now even team principals apparently mid-season.
Oh, yeah. So probably the Thai side of Red Bull decided to ask Christian Horner to kind of take a walk and never come back. So
Yeah.
Well, Laurent Mekies has done a brilliant job there. On the whole transition.
Laurent, yeah,
He's
Laurent
like
has
stabilized the
experience with
ship
the
and
Thai.
everything.
The
And
way he leads the team is very, very beautiful. I mean, he was a very good replacement for France when he left
Toro
Toro
Rosso.
Rosso.
Yeah.
Laurent has been, I mean, the reason why VCAB is the way it is right now with regards to cohesion internally and not people not leaving and drivers being very comfortable and being able to perform the way they are, despite the fact that they were not able to perform much considering the constraints with the car. Laurent's entire strategy with the team, his people management, the way he does it, I think that kind of worked wonders with Red Bull as well. So that happened, and also I did. I was expecting Max to win it though. It sucked, and I just wanted to take another dig at Zach. Like, yeah, I chased on a 104 point lead now. Let's talk. Just wanted that to happen. Oh my god, I was so desperately.
I
I
mean,
was.
the 104 points was his Oscar, and he did wipe that out. Just that Lando came ahead.
Oh god. I mean, see, Lando. Let's not talk about. We'll talk about that in a separate part of this entire conversation because I mean, see, the way McLaren handled this reminded me of Ron Dennis in 2008, 2007, 2008. Exactly the same way.
And that's how
No,
McLaren historically. Yeah.
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 McLaren
I
has
mean, it's a
always.
nice, it's a good segue to our second, topic on this, which is about Papaya Rules. And so, Suraj, since you already started it, what is your since you mentioned it was kind of reminiscent about how Ron Dennis managed the situation.
Yeah.
But I do you think that there was much more difference this time in terms of McLaren didn't escalate any issues and when compared to 2007, how Hamilton Alonso rivalry and Alonso ultimately costing his team the
Yeah.
constructors championship by I mean you understand the Spygate and how Alonso was involved and but this time we did see a very harmonious relationship between Oscar and Lando and Zach Brown also cooling everything down. So what do you think of that? Like
Uh,
the two team driver tandem how compared to Red Bull's one driver mentality?
well, see, 2007 with Spygate, that was the most. I think. Can I crack a joke about Ferrari here? I mean, I'm gonna steam in through with Ferrari jokes.
Please,
I
please.
think that's this. I think before in the 2000s, that's the closest Ferrari has gotten up to a title with the constructors
Yeah.
because the McLaren is practically Ferrari.
Hmm. Talking about 2007, right?
The Spygate, yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Nigel Stepney. Holy
yeah.
mother of God. But anyway, Ron had a very weird way of driving things, driving his point home, because he was
Yeah.
very. I think you can call him the British version of Helmut Marko. I mean, he was that insane. But Zach, being an American, makes it even worse. To be brutally honest, because that man, yeah, he is a very good marketer. Gotta hand it to him. The sheer amount of sponsorship money he pulled into McLaren, that's insane. I don't think anyone else could have done that. I mean, there
Hmm.
are only a couple of people who could have done what Zach has done with regards to pulling money into the team. But with regards to team morale and everything, he's just a typical American. He just supports the guy whom he wants to support and he just lets the other people do
Yeah.
like rot. It was pretty evident considering there were quite a lot of other pointers which people could have considered. I mean, Zach was the CEO of one of Lando's companies, Adam Norris's companies. Yeah, and allegedly, Adam Norris invested 40 million into this his entire career. So that's one. And speaking of the rules, I mean, to be honest, you are not supposed to sabotage one driver to kind of support the other. Strategies, yes, you might have alternate strategies. If one goes, then the other. I mean, if you have the constructors championship in sight, or if you want to consider winning
Mhm.
the constructors, and if you want to consider winning the double, which as they say, then it makes sense to a point where you built such an enormous lead where no one else can touch
Yeah,
it.
yeah. But do you think that there was any issues with how they managed the team and stuff? Because we didn't see there's any disputes or any unhappiness at any time from
I
the
mean,
drivers.
they had a nonchalant guy as the second guy, so that's the reason why we thought there was nothing going on. But you know, you do know that Piastri is managed by the best number two driver ever, Mark Webber.
Yeah.
So he doesn't take too kindly to people doing shit like this. That's one. But Oscar being Oscar, he tried his best. I mean, when Tom always tried to give him the best strategy, but it never worked out well in the end because the team decided to prioritize Lando over him more often than not. I mean, who asked the other driver to swap positions just because he had a slow pitch stop? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. That's where we knew.
I mean, McLaren did that in 2024 at Hungaroring.
Yeah, they did that, but
Yeah.
the
So
point.
it's not
I mean,
like they only did for Oscar.
of course. See the point. Hungaro 2024 was entirely different. I mean, the equation was entirely different. Right now, you have two drivers literally
Yeah.
toe to toe on points, toe to toe on wins, toe to toe on pace, raw sheer pace. I mean, agnostic of what strategy you're on, regardless of what tires you're on, doesn't matter. But when you have two drivers, Oscar was a rookie in 24. It made sense. 25 is a championship contender. You can't use precedent set a year ago when in his rookie year and kind of use it and say he did that for you at Hungaroring, so why don't you move aside? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. That was a moment many of the legacy fans realized that Oscar was getting screwed over. If not for that one particular incident, and also the team radio saying that you can't go too deep into the corner and try to overtake him like that, that's unfair.
No, but that was because he almost crashed into Lando, right? He locked up and taken
Yeah, of
both of them
course.
out.
I know see the whole point of racing, rubbing is racing, as they say. It doesn't matter whether you take each other out or the driver has full discretion on when he wants to overtake and how. The team ideally should not have a say. You can overtake
Yeah,
at
but
turn 9.
it's not like Oscar went too safe after that, right? Because he locked up and almost hit Lando after that again as well, right? It happened a few times in the season.
It happened twice in a race, and then after that, I think after what happened with him, I mean, the double DSQ, I think that kind of mentally screwed them over. I mean, especially after the summer break when it was pretty clear that McLaren is going to back Lando and not Oscar. That's when Oscar started getting cold feet. It was like, what is going on here? I mean, do I really have to give my 100%? While people say that,
No,
you know,
man,
Oscar,
yeah,
I disagree with that point because
Yeah.
Oscar had his fair share of incidents in the second half of the season where he lost momentum.
of course.
So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
It's
wouldn't
same
say it's a team order thing or like
yeah.
he was
And
just
those were
confident
tracks
in
that
his
he
games.
struggled at even in 2024, right? So it was more like he's still a very young driver, right? Lando
Yeah.
has like much more experience.
True.
Oscar
the moment I
is still
finished,
learning.
the moment we came out of the European continent and went towards the Americas, that's when the whole momentum shifted, as you
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
Something happened in the air that he just lost his balance. And to support the theory, the moment he came back to Qatar, everything just fell into place.
Yeah, yeah.
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 So, I mean, I
Which,
think after Qatar, they realized that, I mean, when they came to the triple header, South Asian, Middle Eastern sort of the part of the season, I think that's when it dawned on Oscar that he has nothing to lose and he can push. Maybe he was being absolutely too cautious. I mean, one,
Nah, man, he crashed into the wall in Baku. That's not being too cautious.
I'm, of course, I crashed into that was, oh my god, glad you reminded me of that. Oh no, poor guy. I mean, also not to mention, see, Oscar had a really good run, but yeah, he did screw up a lot of times. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie, like you said. I mean, he's a driver in the second season, but he could have
Third
made
season.
third or second.
Third.
yeah.
23 was his first season.
23 was his first, yeah, fair. So, I mean, he could have made done with a lot more support from the team and his strategy. I mean, from his strategy team or from the pit wall or whatever. He could have done better with that. But what a drive. I mean, with that car, I think he deserved the title, I would say.
Yeah, I mean for sure with the points lead and all he had. But
Yeah.
Raghu, what about you? What are your thoughts on this?
See, from a purely a fan perspective, I would say the Papaya Rules means just race each other hard and just don't crash into each other. That's what they mean, and that actually encourages proper wheel-to-wheel racing between the teammates, we did see from Piastri and Norris in the first early parts of the season. But again, it's a double-edged sword. I would want to say it actually, it encouraged Red Bull. It gave power to Verstappen to actually pull through a lot of scenarios just because of the Papaya rules. So yeah, it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing coming from a. I think it should be more. It should have been enforced in the first early parts of the season when there was not really a championship. When the championship battle was actually open, but the fact that the PR management was such a disaster that everything just fell where that they were the golden boy of McLaren was being
Right.
encouraged at the end, and I think the PR management towards the Papaya Rules was the worst thing that happened. As I said, double-edged sword, but again,
Yeah.
if it was any other scenario, I think it's an amazing internal dynamics that you have as a team. Race each other hard, not crash into each other, which they did in a couple of times. One being the most
Canada.
not as beautiful.
Beauty and
Oh God!
I mean,
What
they
about-
would have made them with a lot more flexibility.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think that's the thing with Papaya Rules, right? I think if you exclude the last quarter of the season, they're actually, like Raghu, you said, right? It was race hard, wheel to wheel. And we even saw that both garages had their own
Yeah.
strategies, right? Like we saw in Hungary, when they said,
Yeah.
because again, Lando, like as always, screwed up his start, fell down to P5. And they told him, hey, if you can make the one stopper work, you can make it work and gain track position that way. He ends up winning the race, right? And so that was something bold that they did, which I appreciated a lot. But then the other part is, like we saw in Qatar, right? They completely
Yeah.
Bottled.
completely bottled. They were so focused on, we need to keep it fair,
Fair,
if
yeah.
Lando will be held up for 2 extra seconds, that they completely bottled the race, right? So I think that's where
Speaking
probably they took
That's the
it too
downside
far.
of the Papaya Rules.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably took
Speaking
it
of-
too far in another direction.
Yeah. So speaking of Qatar, I mean, I still remember, oh my God. I mean, we were watching the race. So we had like 80, 90 people. We were just sitting, we were just chilling. And the moment we saw Max pit and the others did not, I was like, okay, this is something interesting. And and then the boys and I, we were just sitting there. What excuse are they going to give now? And immediately Tom comes up and says, we need to have more flexibility for the software. What? What flexibility do you want? I mean, are you kidding us?
Yeah, like
No.
did you forget the rules of this race in Qatar? Like Qatar is the most unique set of rules.
Yeah, it's the
it
most
has.
insane race. You have a 25 lap limit on any tire set you have.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it was hilarious. I mean, laugh
coming
so
from
hard.
a purely entertainment perspective, if McLaren did quit, we would have had the most boring penultimate race in the history of 2025. But
Yeah.
I'm glad that happened, and that just brought the whole championship race back together. So yeah, I'm glad it
I
happened.
One thing which made me sad about Qatar was Kimi losing P4.
Yes, yeah, that was unfortunate at the end. But I would
I
just not blame
tried.
Kimi, man. I'd also blame
It's not.
Fernando
I mean-
for holding up the entire pack and letting McLaren split.
The Alonso train. It's famously called the Alonso train now.
The Nando train, the Nando Express.
Yeah.
It
Nando
looks like a
Express.
fast food chain, but it's not.
Yeah, Nanda Express not very fast.
Nando Express, Nando Passenger.
Yeah, but Raghu, since you're talking about exciting, the end of the championship being exciting, that is obviously a large part because of Max, right? Like as you know, there were just 3 contenders for most of the season. It was the 2 McLaren boys and Max Verstappen. So what do you think about Max's insane comeback after the summer break? Like, wiping out a 104-point lead and almost winning that damn thing. Like as a Max Verstappen fan, how do you feel? What were you going through your mind in the second half of the season?
That's the craziest part. Every F1 fan that I know, every Lewis fan that I know, started supporting Max Verstappen, which is the
Oh.
No, not this
which
Lewis fan.
is
No.
well, okay, 99.9% of the Lewis fans started supporting.
Majority, let's just put it that way.
Yeah, which is what I love the most. Like the whole fandom uniting, just supporting, pushing one driver to win. Although the other car is far more powerful. That's the best part of the whole second half of the season. And coming from a 1-2 lead to 2 points, I mean, I bragged about it in my to my non-F1 colleagues. I actually sat them down and I told them in cricket reference terms. This is Virat Kohli, coming in at 5th or 6th and just clenching that title against Pakistan. So yeah, I don't know what to say about that. I'm happy. I'm crazy happy about how it turned out. I'm okay if he lost. His radio message at the end was the most saddest part, though. Uh,
We showed the most
is
support.
is Leclerc catching him up or not?
Never
That's like
trust a
one
Ferrari.
blot.
It was a little
Yeah,
sad
that's
to
like
hear that, right? He was like hoping against hope. Poor guy.
No,
yeah.
see, the funniest thing here is the most hilarious part about the second half of the season is Tifos is singing Dudu Dudu at Imola. That's one.
Yeah.
Second,
Redemption,
every Max Verstappen
redemption.
fan supporting Shahal in
Yeah.
Abu Dhabi. Like, go Leclerc. I'm like, are you serious right now? Oh, actually, we have to support him. If not, we're doomed. And
It's like a redemption arc for Max Verstappen, just gathering up all the haters from 2021 and be like, yeah, you're my fan now. And yeah, that's been the. I mean, I don't really want to dwell on the racecraft of Max Verstappen because everybody knows that. Everybody really sings praises about that.
yeah,
It's what that relentless pursuit to close the championship and still win it even after mathematically, not mathematically impossible chances, but historically impossible chances.
Yeah.
He brought that down to 2 points. So incredibly happy. As I said again, that one blot, him asking Charles Leclerc is he still catching up. That just hurt. It's like he's a human too. He wants to win. Although he's still accepted it, although he does put on a brave face in front of the media and says, "I really don't care. I'm just gonna go home with my children. I'm gonna do something else." But there is that part where I want that fifth title some way or the other, and he's gonna get that. He's gonna get that sometime soon again. But yeah, that's been the second half of 2025 for me.
Yeah.
It's pure madness. Pure madness.
And Suraj, what did you think about the almost comeback? I mean, you've obviously seen F1 for longer, right? You've seen the 2016 scrap between the two Mercedes drivers.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
seen Alonso almost winning in 2012, right?
the infamous visor open.
Yeah.
expression. Oh,
And then of course
poor guy.
2021 when there was a fight till the end. But the scale of this comeback almost happening is, I don't think we've seen.
Unprecedented.
Yeah, it's unprecedented. So what did you think of the season?
So when we saw the delta, the gap being 104, many of us, quite a lot of people were like, yeah, he's not gonna win it. Fuck, screw that.
Yeah, I
He's
think
not gonna
this
win. There's
pod
no
we
point.
crowned Oscar Piastri the champion that episode of this podcast.
Yeah, you jinxed them officially. So yeah, so what happened? Every single Max fan in our circle, they were like, yeah, he's not gonna win. He's not gonna win. This that, and there were a couple of people who had trust, like myself and a couple of others. Were like, "Sabr karo. Let's be patient. Let's see what comes up." And sure enough, yeah, barring 3 or 4 instances where external factors were involved, one being his own Qatar sprint, he missed out on a podium, lost out on 1 point. So he gotten that podium in Qatar, imagine losing out on the title by 1 point. 1. Even then, I think me and Raghu were having that conversation about how the second half of the season is going to be, and it panned out pretty accurately, save for the outcome of it. But 102 points gained in the third half of the season. That's insane. I don't think anyone else would have, or have done that ever before. I mean, he has
And not in that kind of a
the
battle.
records to his name, save for that one thing. Had he got that he would have been the greatest of all time, hands down. Because clawing down, I think the previous delta which he has to chase down to win the title was what, 70? I don't know. I don't clearly know the numbers. What was the largest point deficit?
I
that
think
has come?
Kimi had like a huge point difference, like 2 races, 20 odd points, right? 2007.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
And
was the
I
old point system, so you need to
Yeah,
convert
old point
it, but
system. So that was
he had
also,
a pretty
I mean, that was,
significant gap, and
yeah.
Lewis beached
Yeah, I
in
remember
China and had issues in the last race as well.
Yeah, the
Uh,
pit lane entry fiasco thing of
Yeah.
Lewis in Shanghai. But I think the largest deficit ever overcome, I think that's also helped by Max. if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, that was 2022, but that was in the beginning of the season, right? Because Max had a couple of DNFs in the first 4 races, which
The first 2 races, first race was a DNF, second race was
yeah, he
also a
DNF'd
DNF.
in Bahrain and Australia, which are the first and third race of the season,
First and third
which
races, yeah.
ballooned his deficit. That's like the
Yeah,
early. That's like very early in the season, right? This
very
was
early
like
on.
this is the business end he kind of made up.
Yeah, 102. I mean, barring a couple of factors like I mentioned, the missing out on the sprint podium in Qatar, and Kimi losing out on P4 in Qatar's main race, and also the swap at Monza. I mean, that's 5 points straight up. See, though had those 5 points, Bain and his kitty, he would have won it fair and square, regardless of whether these two swapped or not, because the deficit would be 1 point, even if they swap. So we would have loved to see that happen, but unfortunately it didn't happen. But what a drive. I mean, couldn't sum it up. We don't have words to describe what we've just witnessed last season. And the best part is people wearing Ferrari shirts singing the song with us.
Hey, we
I
don't
mean,
want McLaren to win, man. Our drivers.
oh yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, they copied your car. So it's absolutely fair to hold the grudge for the next 18 years.
Come on, Patish, you can accept that you do like Max Verstappen. You can't just say you
Yeah,
hate
he does. He
McLaren.
admitted to me off the record. I have video footage. I have evidence here in this.
See, I respect him as a driver, but I'm a Ferrari fan first, right?
Of course.
Doesn't matter who's driving. Like I used to hate Lewis for the longest time. Like not
So you became a Tifarsi then. So just to set some more context to the people who don't know what a Tifarsi means. So a Tifosi is someone who has been supporting Ferrari, regardless of who the driver is. A Tifarsi is someone who has joined or started wearing scarlet red clothes just because Lewis has become a Ferrari
yeah.
driver.
That is Aniket.
I go wherever Lewis goes, so that's my thing.
Yeah, so Aniket is officially a Tifarsi then.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of Tifosi, where do you guys think Ferrari went wrong this season?
Everywhere?
I mean, with the whole hype of Lewis coming in, and Charles year after year talking about this is our year, this is going to be our year. But
Do we have
they
3
go
hours to
for
talk? Do we have 3
I
hours?
don't-
we have
No,
a few
let me
minutes.
sum it up.
We
Let me
only
sum
have a
it
few minutes. You guys can sum it up,
Yeah.
starting from how they, completely radicalized their car to how they got two big drivers and completely wasted the opportunity and
yeah,
fell behind in the pecking order
and also after
finishing so
coming
close to
exactly.
the constructors championship in 2024.
Ferrari wasted. They already have one wasted talent in Leclerc. A person whom they've traumatized to a point where he wakes up from nightmares yelling box box. Jokes aside, obviously, I mean, I'm not going to dwell on, I'm not going to roast Ferrari for whatever reason. But let's be brutally honest. I mean, Elkan, being the guy he is, uh, publicly stating that the drivers are supposed to drive and not talk shit about the team. I mean, they're calling as they see it. I mean, Elkan can't masquerade as Enzo Ferrari saying that you can't say the car is shit. Like asking Niki Lauda to shut up. It's not gonna make that's
And
not how
Lauda
it
didn't
works.
shut up either. He called the car.
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the point. But at least Piero was there. Even if Enzo was offended, Piero was there. He kind of pushed the team in the right direction to fix the car so that Niki can win. But in this case, there is no Piero. El Khan is there. The two HRs I mean, I always say this in front of every single tifosi. I know Ferrari does not have race engineers. They have HRs masquerading as race engineers. They say, I'll get back to you. They never get back. That is literally how working with a Ferrari race engineer is. I mean, Brian, oh my God. Can you believe Brian was the race engineer whom Vettel took from Red Bull to Ferrari?
No, that
I
is
thought,
Ricardo. That's Adami.
yeah, that's Rocky.
Who's
No,
the-
Vettel's race engineer was Rocky, right, in Red Bull.
Yeah.
Guillaume Roquelan.
No.
He was a different race engineer.
Yeah, yeah. So Vettel's
Brian?
Adami was Vettel's race engineer in Toro Rosso.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Adami, yes. My
It's
bad. Yeah.
Adami, not Brian. Brian has been at Ferrari for a long time.
Brian has been, he's a career Ferrari guy and it shows. Unfortunately.
Man, but Brian is still better than Leclerc's previous race engineer, man. Javi.
Javi,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
my God. Oh no. Javi is like the most inept. I mean, I hate to use this word, but he sounds like the most inept race engineer. Excuse me. You know, the funniest thing is, Esteban Ocon's race engineer, a rookie race engineer, was able to communicate better with Esteban than Brian
Yeah.
and Ricardo could do with their Ferrari drivers. They're a customer team. Can you imagine Esteban overtaking Ferraris on the straight? And you hear a female was saying, "Good job, Esteban." That woman's in the first season as a race engineer, she's doing better than these two HRs.
Yeah.
I think that sums it up pretty much. They don't know where. See, they don't know what they're doing at this point. They are too high up their high horse that they are the best, and the legacy of the sport is something which Ferrari carries on. Apart from that, they have never carried a title for the last how many ever years.
Yeah.
The moment they get off their high horse and kind of start thinking about where they went wrong and where they have to develop and actually actually pay heed to what these two drivers are saying, that's when Ferrari will turn around. Which this particular team right now is absolutely incapable of doing, unfortunately.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
is where
it's
they
been
went wrong.
so long since Ferrari has won a title, whether driver or constructor, that, this year, people who are born in the year when Ferrari last won a constructor's title will go to college this year.
Yep.
So the entire generation has grown up without knowing what it is to see Ferrari winning titles. And they're still
yeah,
so up their high horses.
I mean, there is this one quote which is quite inappropriate to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. They're going to take their heads out their ass and sniff how the world smells outside so that they can adapt,
Yeah.
not smell their own stench and kind of think they're the best.
Yeah.
I don't think I can sum it up
Yeah.
any more. I mean, I already walked the rope with this one. I can't be any more censored than this.
Raghu, you want to sum it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, Raghu, I'll maybe change the
Yeah.
question. I mean, we still talk about Ferrari, but I
Okay.
still want to ask you because your girlfriend is a diehard Ferrari fan, right? So what I want to know is, see, you being a Max Verstappen Red Bull fan makes sense. They won everything the last 4 years, since you started watching F1. But I want to understand, like, what makes people who start watching F1 now support Ferrari? Like, what attracts them?
I'm gonna answer. Yeah, I'm gonna answer this. I'm gonna answer this in the same way I'm gonna answer the question that Aniket asked about Ferrari's 2025 sum up. See, the legacy has always been there. It's since the Schumacher era.
Yeah.
Again, I want to dial back to my time in my hostel when some random guy on the road had a sweater with the name Schumacher and a Ferrari logo. I had no idea about F1. Nobody had an idea, but I just knew the name Schumacher. Just like how we know everybody knows Hamilton right now. So the name Schumacher was very widely known back in the day, and I just had a glimpse of that. I think it's the legacy, the color red that just travels with the name since the last 70 years, ever since that Enzo came into this industry. That's exactly what
Box.
some makes a guy a tifosi, which is again it's a double-edged sword. That is exactly what makes Ferrari so shit right now, because it is so institutionalized. It is not a team anymore. Every decision has to be approved by a strategy call. It feels like a strategy call, as he said it, like a HR thing. It needs to be approved by committee members. There is no single person authority. I mean, there was Matteo Binotto, there was Fred Vasseur, and I don't know before Matteo who was the team principal, etc. But
Was it Luca?
No, it was Arriva Bene.
Oh, Maurizio.
Yeah.
Maurizio.
Yeah.
Maurizio was significantly better than Binotto, to be honest. Truth be told. I mean, Luca was absolute shit. Then we had Maurizio. Maurizio was half decent. I mean,
Exactly.
Binotto was like, blah. Binotto had his moments of excellence, though. I mean, it was the team that kind of.
Binotto was more like a engineer, not a team principal.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Not
when
a
you-
manager. Not a manager.
He's not a manager. He's more of a hands-on kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
It just has Ferrari just has too many chefs in the team, and they're just spoiling the soup, like bringing every ingredient, dropping into this thing. It's the politics, as he said, the team boss just going publicly. They're like walking on glass every race. It's like one mistake, we're gonna end up on front page news all over the European media, and that is the exact that is the exact thing that they're trying to cover and not win races. They're trying to protect the legacy and the brand, and winning the races comes secondary. That's the root cause of the problem. which is exactly opposite what Mercedes has been doing since a long time. Red Bull, in effect, but yeah, Mercedes being one single point content, that's Toto Wolff making all the decisions. I think that's a dictatorship is what we need
Even with
in the
Horner
sport.
when he was there in Red Bull.
Yeah.
Exactly,
See,
exactly.
the reason why Toto can make decisions like that at Mercedes is because he is also part owner of the team.
Yeah, yeah.
Same with
Yeah.
Christian as well. Christian also owns a part of the team. So
No, I
when
don't think
you
Christian
give
owned the team. That was the sticking
he,
point for him
he
Yeah.
leaving.
he owns a chunk of the team. He doesn't own the team outright, but he allegedly has like a significant chunk.
And every
Or
team
so.
principal in Ferrari is an employee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so that is the difference. So see, the difference here is Ferrari has been up their ass for so long protecting their legacy.
Yeah.
Even their road cars are not as nice as they used to be. And also the fact that I think they've completely forgot the art of winning.
Yeah, and if you
How
look at
many people
Ferrari's last
can
successful era as well, it was because John Todd, ruled the team with an iron fist, completely
Yep.
told his superiors to get out, right? And
Mhm.
him and Braun and then Schumacher and Raikkonen completely kind of
Michael.
took control of that entire team. And that was the reason why Luca Montezemolo hated that, right? He
Yeah,
pushed
Luca
Schumacher
hated
out first,
him.
then he pushed John out and Braun out and everyone.
Yeah, Braun was like, you know what Braun did after he got pushed out? He went and bought Honda
Yeah.
for a pound.
Yeah.
For a
And he won
Exactly.
a title with an entire hodgepodge of car,
Yeah.
which was not developed after the first third of the season. They didn't have the money to do it.
Yeah.
They ran two specs, one spec for the first half, second with an updated wing and some new decals for the second half. They won the title. They won both titles. That was Ross Brawn. Ross Brawn is like the goat.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
either have to get back Ross Brawn
Hmm.
or they're doomed. It's as simple as that. Because see,
Maybe they need Christian Horner. Who knows?
no,
A Ferrari. Oh man, that is something I'll pay
that
to
would be
watch.
brutal. Oh yeah. Or Gunther Steiner. Imagine that Austrian accent, the swearing in the Austrian accent. You can't. I mean, yeah, you can mute me if you want. I'm quoting him. I'm not swearing, by the way. You can't smash my door. You can't crash the car. What the fuck? Imagine that while wearing it. I mean, of course, Elkan is gonna lose his shit because
Yeah.
you're not allowed to swear when wearing a scarlet thing. I don't know, but from a team who literally brought half of the Formula One the fan base who are right now into the sport to motivating half of all the smokers in the world to smoke Marlboro, they've gone downhill significantly. I'm not kidding. 80% of people who smoke Marlboro got to know about it from Ferrari or Ducati if they watch MotoGP. That's it.
Yeah.
Or if they're significantly older, McLaren.
McLaren, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. So I mean, that is where they are screwing up. I think the team literally needs an entire overhaul. The entire current setup has to be thrown out of the window, and a completely autonomous thing has to be set up.
Mhm.
You can't have Ferrari's Formula One team under Ferrari SPA. It has to be a separate unit. That's
Yeah,
when
yeah.
it's gonna function.
yeah,
And we've
that's
also seen
exactly.
that, right? Like how in what's it, WEC?
Yep.
It's just branded Ferrari, but it's run
Yeah.
completely independent, and they won the title, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
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 AF course is an independent team, and also the Ferrari. Yeah, Ferrari AF course and AF course. They're two literally different teams.
Right.
And I mean, Elkan does not touch it. It's like that's not my thing. I mean, I think you know where the problem lies.
Yeah.
You win Le Mans with practically like a 3/4 of a man driving it, and you win the entire WEC with what, two cars.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
you know who I'm talking about with the 3/4 man day. It's Robert Kubica, by the way, the man who has like a third of his arm cut off. That man's a legend. I mean, he well deserved went to him.
Yep.
But
Yep.
yeah, I think that sums it up pretty much
Yep.
about where
I
Ferrari
think
is.
we've gone long on Ferrari.
Yeah. We always go long on
As-
Ferrari in this.
I think
pod.
Raghu said, right, it could be a 3-hour podcast just spoke
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Ferrari, talking about their history to what's happening now. So I think that's enough
That's
Ferrari.
the best root cause analysis that we can ever do. I think this is the most concise and yet the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
let's.
just as
sorry.
on an ending note, I just want the Ferrari management. I just want Leclerc to be out of the team some way or the other. There is still talks for the 2026 driver market. I think almost half the contracts are going to expire by the time the next season is done. So I'm still hopeful for something from the Leclerc. I just want a two-way or a three-way battle fight between Verstappen, Leclerc, and possibly Russell because of the Mercedes. Uh,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
I think
Leclerc is
that's going to be
definitely leaving.
interesting.
He's too talented a driver to kind of waste his whole career at Ferrari, right? If you're seeing wheel-to-wheel battles between Verstappen and other drivers, Leclerc is the only driver he respects.
Who can hold
You're
water?
Yeah,
Who
blessed.
can hold candle to Verstappen's face? That's
yeah. And
Leclerc. No
Leclerc is
one else.
equally, and because Verstappen knows Leclerc is equally aggressive, right? It's not like
Yeah,
Lando or Oscar will just kind of,
just an
tap out,
incident.
right? Leclerc will go toe to toe and, dive on the heck out of you. And we have seen few instances
Shanghai.
this year and Leclerc absolutely, didn't even
Yeah.
give an inch despite driving a bloody truck on the track.
No,
You
no,
know,
no.
those
Please don't
rev up.
insult trucks. Please. I beg of you. I love trucks. I'm a diesel guy. Yeah.
I,
See,
I love
I
my
would
Tata
love
truck.
Max and Leclerc to be on the same team.
Max and Leclerc, dude, we will get a season more legendary than 2016 if that happens.
Yes. That's what I want. See,
Neither will
can I
win.
get
They'll just
this?
crash each other out every race probably, but we'll
No,
get a
absolutely
legendary
not.
season.
No, 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 no. So Leclerc and Verstappen in one team, preferably in a Honda powered Aston Martin. Fingers crossed. Uh, Hajar and
Not
the Red
bad.
Bull, obviously. Hajar is going to be quick.
It can't be Honda or Aston Martin because Stroll is not leaving that team. So
He
Yeah.
will. See, I'll tell you what. If Lawrence Stroll gets to know that Max is out in the market, he will boot his own son. His own
But he,
son will file for emancipation
but
if that
his own
happens.
son will be driving alongside Verstappen, not
yeah,
in
No,
because
Alonso
replacing
won't
Verstappen
retire.
or something.
Alonso won't retire.
no,
No,
Alonso
he
is
will. He will.
probably retiring after
Next
this season.
season. Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
he's going to be a father now. So, yeah, that's fair. What a man. 41 years old.
Ah,
Rookie.
How the
41? 42, I
turntables.
don't know how old he is, but nice. Finally.
Yeah,
But
talking about rookies, the oldest rookie. But talking about actual rookies. Yeah, Suraj, I'll come to you. Like you said, yeah, we can keep talking about Ferrari, but let's end
Nah,
this pod on a
please.
yeah, let's end this pod on a happier note.
yeah.
Who's which are the rookies that impressed you the most this season, and also who won the midfield battle for you? And keep in
For
mind, we have
me,
had 7 rookies this season. We have Dohan and Colapinto, and then we have
Mhm.
Behrman, we have Kimi, we have Hajar and
Raja. Or
Lawson
Bortoleto.
and Bortoleto. Yeah.
Gabby.
Yeah.
Yep. So, Gabby that is what you call a tractor. The Sauber. That is a tractor, Aniket. Please don't call Ferrari a tractor. No, that is not.
No, Ferrari is an expensive tractor. Sauber
No,
is
no,
like
no,
a
no, no.
cheaper tractor.
Sauber is a
Ferrari,
green
So, yeah.
tractor, Ferrari is a red
Yeah,
tractor.
Ferrari is a
exactly.
harvester. Useless on the road. You can't drive a harvester on the road, can you? Anyway, coming to answer your question, Gabby could make do with what equipment he had. Ollie surprised all of us. Oliver, the tall bear guy, that man has better racecraft than many others, to be honest, who are at the bottom
Hmm.
end of the field. Um Kimi, of course. Kimi has Bono. What else do
Hmm.
you ask?
Yeah, yeah.
Isaac had Hamilton. See, I mean, the connection kind of comes in. Um, you know, any person who has a very good race engineer performs really well in their rookie year.
Mhm.
So, like for example, Hadja has Hamilton. Hamilton has been the race engineer for how many of Red Bull's greats you can list it out. I mean, he was the first race engineer for Max. He was for Gasly. He was for Daniel. He was for Daniel as well.
Daniel Kvyat?
Ricciardo, if
Oh,
I'm not
Ricardo.
Ricciardo.
Okay, who is this engineer? Pierre Hamlin, right?
Yeah, Hamlin.
Okay.
So, yeah, you have Bono for Kimi. That's a very good combination. I mean, we never expected the combo of Kimi and Bono to work so well at such a short notice, but Kimi was able to surprise us. I mean, the way he drove, the way he was able to kind of defend his position at the later part of the race, like the later part of the season. Sorry, so Kimi impressed us, but for me, it is Behrman and Gabby. And
I
the
think
midfield battle, yes, Williams.
Yeah.
No brainer because the way. Carlos and James pulled that entire team from what an Excel sheet inventory managed sort of
Yes,
a
yes.
cluster. Sorry, to using. I mean, that's I think that's probably the only team which
10,000 fine.
yeah. No, that's probably the only team who uses the product that their title sponsor actually offers and becomes better. They started using Jaira. That's probably the only time Jaira was used properly. You're a tech guy, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
So Atlassian came in, they revamped their entire backend
yeah.
systems, everything. I mean, they went inside out over the off season, and they kind of got significantly better ever since Carlos came in. I mean, Carlos is considered the golden foot in the entire paddock because every team he goes into, he transforms it and gets out. Like McLaren, for example, Renault, for example, Ferrari to an extent. Yeah, I said that. Ferrari to an extent. Ferrari was on. I mean, they were toe to toe with many of the top three, many of the top two teams last season
Mm-hmm.
on multiple occasions because he took his own strategy calls
Yeah.
because Harvey was useless. It's like box. No, wait, one more lap, no box. But yeah, coming back to it, Williams.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you have signs in Williams, Williams is going to go a long way. I think Frank will be looking down on all of us, thinking that yeah, had I had the chance to sign Carlos right from F3 or F2 back in the day, he could have, but he did not. So
Mm.
Williams is like the best, by
Yeah.
my
And
opinion.
Williams is going up also. I mean, they're looking upward only with
Yeah,
James
yeah.
Rawls' leadership and everything.
Yeah,
So, yeah. I mean, we can obviously move to Raghu's thoughts on the
Yeah.
rookie and the midfield.
Coming to the rookies, I think yes, Kimi Antonelli. All the rookies that we just named have been in the midfield teams. Everybody, right? Let's kind of everybody were below the fifth position teams. But Kimi was the only one who just was just pushed directly into the top management team, then that to Mercedes. So for a rookie coming from F2, coming just in the most high pressured version where you're the rookie and the top management team, and that was Mercedes under Toto, a very big thing. And the
I'm
way he
19 years old.
excelled, exactly the way he excelled in the first half of the season, yes, minus the few home race and a few races after
Yeah.
that. But
Austria.
yeah, I
Austria.
think Kimi.
Oh my god. I think that was probably the first time all of us Max fans were not furious at someone causing a collision
Yeah,
because it was Kimi. It's the child. I'm so
dude, he
sorry.
was so scared. He was
I
so
love
scared.
that.
He did not remove his helmet after the crash. He was so scared. But yeah, I mean, Kimi has been wonderful. I mean, we knew he was the next machine, but to perform at such level on par with the greats of the Formula One, I think he surprised me a lot. Obviously, I want to give it up for Isaac Hadjar also. We are everybody. The first time I heard about him was the F2 Monaco swerve that he did,
The same.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
God, I think that's what made Red Bull also one of the factor to take him into the team to
Mm-hmm.
have such crazy instinct. So Isaac Hadjar, obviously, he's been really good on and off camera, I might say. So yeah, that's guy. Coming to it, the midfield team. Yes, Williams. Yes, again. Everybody has the answer for that, but Sauber. Sauber is the team that is waiting for its demise so Audi can come back up. It has not it took that opportunity, and in the second half of the season they just rose up like crazy. There's this thing in medical industry where if a person is a terminally ill patient in the last day of his life, he just wakes up with full energy, and
Mm-hmm.
it's called the surge where they
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna die tomorrow, so it's like
Yeah. Yeah.
the body just gives. So that was Sauber.
Mm.
They did not just wait for
Ouch.
uh,
Ouch.
Ouch.
Very weird analogy, but we get it.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually accurate to a point because every single time we had a name change, especially with Sauber, they performed really well. I mean, if you remember the Alfa Romeo team being rebadged to kick Sauber,
Mm-hmm.
you remember
Alfa
Giovinazzi and
Romeo.
Kimi kind of belting out like insane qualifying performances. I mean, insane points finishes and so on and so forth. I mean, it's a trend with every team that is on its way out. And I think honorable mention to Haas as well.
Yeah, yeah. It's because of
Yeah.
Ollie Behrman especially.
Ollie, yeah, because even Ocon for that matter. Ocon,
Yeah, Bebna also beat Ocon. That was even more
A
interesting.
lot of times. Yeah.
see,
Ocon is a
when
very
you put it in
experienced
the
driver,
perspective,
Mercedes Academy, one step to, replace what Nico Rosberg at Mercedes or something like that, right? He was
yeah.
high hopes.
See, Esteban screwed up by moving to Renault.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one move. See, every driver who has moved to Renault has had their careers gone upside down. Hulkenberg, Ricciardo, Sainz, who
Alonso.
else? Alonso. No. You can't count Alonso into this. Alonso was there just for shits and giggles so that he can screw over Otmar. That's the only reason he went to Alpine. That's a different thing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
who else?
it makes you realize
Ocon.
how smart PSG was to not go to the team.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
That post will be legendary
Yeah.
for years to come.
And thank God he left because exactly after that they fired the French guy. They brought in Briatore, and I hated them for I hated them with every inch of my being because how can you unban a guy who
Yeah,
literally committed race fixing
Yeah,
yeah,
and
man.
let him back into the paddock, effectively making him like the czar of Alpine? You know what he did? He shut down the factory in Viri. He took over Mercedes engines. They have been on
yeah,
the grid for the last 45 years.
Yep.
There has never been a season with a Renault engines in the last 45 years, and he did that.
yeah.
Imagine 2,000 people in Viri, engine developers, builders, apps, everyone. I mean, you can't do something like that. It's not right. I mean, you're a chain smoking Italian who committed race fixing. What do you know about running a company? And yeah, he is a convicted felon too. He got convicted on 2 counts of fraud.
Yeah. That's
And
a
then-
brilliant experience for you, right?
That's a greater experience for you. But yeah, but the happiest part of 25, if I may add, is Hulkenberg's podium.
Oh yeah, I was about to say that.
Finally, man. After so
Finally, we
long.
all were so happy. Oh my god! I mean, that day we had like 150 people. We were at the happy
Yeah,
hour
yeah,
watching the
yeah.
screening.
He had
And-
everything fall in his place at that day.
And that was the moment I was extremely happy and I was extremely pissed at McLaren because these two morons. They didn't give Nico the time of day. They didn't even as much drop like a single drop of champagne on his head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Correct.
Imagine Max and Kimi on the podium with Nico. They were like, no, please, no.
Yeah, to
He
his
jumped
credit, Max always is very welcoming to any new podium finishers who comes, right? He kind of drenches them in champagne and all of that.
regardless of who it is.
Yeah.
Kimi, he was dousing on, is there alcohol? Can I drink it? I'm not allowed to drink it, but okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. But Nico had it coming for a long time. I mean, he deserves it.
Yeah.
And he finally got it. That's amazing.
Yeah, that was basically 2025 season, right? First Hulken podium. Hopefully, we see more this year in the new Audi team that he's going to be a part of. And-
Unlikely because it's Binotto, but okay.
Hey, it's Binotto without a Ferrari hampering him, though.
Oh yeah, and also Audi.
What happened?
Anyone who knows Audi's legacy
Yeah.
should understand that they're going to come in all guns blazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Audi is not coming to mess around. They're coming to win. So,
I mean, you missed out a very funny joke in the way, but yeah, I agree. I mean, so Audi is either going to come in with all guns blazing or all buns glazing. It's either one of these two. Nothing in between. They are not going to do a mediocre job at anything. They're either going to screw up so bad they're going to exit in 1 year, or they're going to screw up so bad all the teams will leave in 1 year. So, yeah, that's
Yeah.
typical Audi. That's VAG for you. So
yeah.
fingers crossed for next season.
Yeah, fingers crossed for next season. It's going to be a new era, new engines, new aero, new everything, new car. So we will see how that goes. But yeah, thank you, Raghu and Suraj, for joining us today and making it a very different and exciting episode for our viewers.
You're making
And-
a crazy Friday evening as well. So great
Yeah.
time to discuss F1 on a Friday night.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And,
we're running on a deficit since a few weeks
yes.
without F1. So this has been really a good 2 hours of my Friday evening. So yeah,
Yeah,
glad
absolutely.
to have that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I want to apologize to all the tifosis in advance for my roasting. No, I'm
no,
just
no.
kidding.
I think
But in-
I think
We're just
I
getting
think
started.
tifosis appreciate the roasting. There's nothing else for us to appreciate at this point.
Yeah,
Fair point.
The
and
team
that
doesn't
was
give
just
us
the
anything.
appetizer. Just the
That's a
appetizer.
glass half full perspective I didn't expect from a tifosi, but yeah, thank you.
Like I mean, like I told you, Suraj, multiple times before, right? Tifosis are just dead inside at this point. Nothing can really
Yeah.
affect us.
At this point, they developed it as a kink. So
I didn't. Oh my shit! That's brilliant.
humiliation on and off bedroom is what they want.
Ouch. Is this a family-friendly episode? Label it as otherwise because the number of innuendos we've dropped, the sheer number of f bombs we dropped here. I mean, Raghu was dropping f bombs. I'm like, yeah, should I? I'm like, yeah, I'll drop one or two. It's fine. I mean, anyone who has seen the previous pod that I recorded, it was, I mean, if you have to bleep it out, it's half the entire episode has to be bleeped out because the sheer number of expletives I used. That was insane. But thank you so much, Pratish, for having us. I mean, it is refreshing to kind of
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
conversation about it. And it's been a long time coming, though. I mean, we wanted to have this conversation about
Right.
it. But,
Yeah.
but,
Thank you to you both as well, and of course, for those that stuck around till now, subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to Raghu's channel, the pod, as well. Link will be in the description, and also we'll have a collab
The
going.
collaboration,
So,
yeah.
So all that will be set up. Thank you once again, you both, for joining, and Aniket and I will be back on Pawn and the Apex very soon with all the 2026 content. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you in the next one.
cheers,
Bye-bye.
boys. Have a
Bye
good one.
bye.
Bye.